right? So explain to us what Artistry in Life is and what it represents.
So Artistry in Life is my coaching practice, and it's based on emotional intelligence and leadership development. I provide tools, a framework, and perspectives that allow people to really navigate through life with a lot more ease, flow, and grace. And with that framework and with those perspectives, they hopefully are able to carve out their own artistry in life.
All right. Now that we know what Artistry in Life is, tell us about your origin story and what events led you to do this work. So what is your why?
Wow. Okay. So my origin story, man, it's interesting when you ask that question because I'm sure you're familiar with, when you do any kind of therapy or life coaching, the origin story goes back even further than we thought it was going to be, that we initially thought. But for all intents purposes, my personal development story started just through my own depression. I was working in nonprofit with a Filipino American theater company called Bindlesif Studio out of San Francisco. I was one of the co-founders and former artistic director there, and also involved with other nonprofits in the area. One of the things that became a obstacle for me was my emotions. My emotions were coming to a head based on previous experiences as I was growing up, and it expressed itself in anger, frustration, depression. I'd noticed for myself that at one point I was looking at pictures of myself and I was not smiling in any of the pictures. And it really caught my attention and put awareness on my actual state of being, how I was really feeling. And I started to realize that depression was something that was growing, and it really got me to a dark place. And just out of pure survival, I started trying to do my own research into where that depression was coming from, trying to find tools on how I could actually try to overcome the depression. There was one book that I came across called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And it's a book that really stood out to me because that's exactly what I was feeling in the moment. Was a lot of fear. I was questioning my ways of being. I had a very low self-esteem and low self-worth, and my confidence level was really was very much waning. And that confidence, one of the things I experienced in that lack of confidence is the apartment that I was living at. I'd gone up and down these stairs hundreds, if not thousands of times. And more than a handful of those times, I was going down the stairs and questioned my steps and almost killed myself just going down those stairs. And that's when I really started, started looking into other ways to really try to overcome that depression. It was a really, really dark place. And, one of the things I've also shared in that depression is that I really felt what it was like to be on that fringe of craziness. I had all these voices in my head that wouldn't stop. And the harder I tried to make these voices stop, the louder they got. And it was really, it was a very dark place. And that's when I found that book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And once I found that book, I was able to really get a foothold of what it is that I was experiencing for myself. And that allowed me to climb out of that deep, dark depression. And that started my whole personal development journey. So that's, the origin of that journey. But since then, it's been quite a journey since then.